Mike Joy with Fox Sports. You're watching the Driving in Circles podcast.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Driving in Circles podcast, episode 14. Let's go. We got a big episode for you guys. The three main series, we're back at it again, 5 races this weekend. We were all over the country, all over the world with F1, if you include them. Cory, and guess who's making their first appearance in place of James? James was not feeling well. He did not decide to be on the podcast today. So who's here today making his podcast debut? Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Chase.
That's enough for you. That's enough for you. Okay, guys, let's get into the first race of this weekend, the NASCAR Truck Series. I didn't watch it. Cory, Chase, did you guys watch it? I didn't watch it.
I called the time and it got work.
Well, all I know is that a lot of shit went down and that Carson Hocevar, James's favorite driver, ended up winning in a controversial, not so controversial last lap incident. Chase, can you go down on that?
Nick Sanchez got robbed of a win. So that's all I'm going to say.
I mean, the way I looked at it looked like Nick Sanchez made a late block. You know, nobody was really gonna give up their position. It was more of a racing incident. It's a racing incident, racing incident. Let's go down the running order. We have Carson Hocevar getting his first career win. It's been about time that he won anything. How long has he been in trucks, Cory? 3 years already? 3 years, and this is his first win?
Yeah, about 2-3 years now.
Okay. So it took him a while, but then again, that Nice truck had not been what it used to be. So it's nice to see that they got that win.
Winning in that Nice truck was Ross Chastain.
Yeah.
The rest
you know that Nice gives the fast trucks to Ross Chastain. Okay, let's go down this finishing order here. Jake Garcia with a top 5. I believe this is his first top 5 of his career in the trucks. Yes, it is. His first top 5. Haley Deegan.
Oh, boy.
6th place, just outside the top 5. Great run for her. Hopefully that can shut up all the haters, but it probably most likely
It's not.
A lot of underdogs here. Mason Massey in 11th in the Riumi Brothers, 33 Ford. Chris Wright in 12th in the Young Motorsports. And then, it was just really a very interesting race. I just saw only the highlights, but solid race from what I saw. I mean, Chad Chastain finishing last kind of makes me laugh. But let's move on to the Xfinity Series. James was having a field day on Saturday because his other favorite driver in the Xfinity Series, Chandler Smith, gets the W. Cory and Chase, I think this guy might be the best rookie we've seen in a long time.
It's almost, Kyle, don't say that like we didn't just have Ty Gibbs last year. You're a fucking idiot, Kyle. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Kyle.
Who knows? Chandler Smith might win the championship this year.
That doesn't make him a good rookie, Kyle. Because no, you impotent fool. I had to bust up the big words today.
Kaz Gralla, 4th. What a great run for that team.
And of course, the one we've had, don't pick Cole Crusher. He has to finish in the top 5.
Of course. Yes, Chase. But if you pick him next week, if you pick him this upcoming race, you know he'll finish 15th.
Derek Krause in his Xfinity Series debut, he finishes 10th.
Go,
That's right.
go, 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 go.
That's right,
Parker
man.
Kligerman, P8, and Ryan Sieg, P7.
All great runs for those guys. Uh, most of those guys run in the top 15, but it's good to see them get top 10s, especially Derek Kraus keeping that colleague streak alive for them. So that was it on Saturday. Now, technically for me, it was still Saturday. The Australian Grand Prix. Man, we got to take a few minutes to talk about this. 1 a.m. in the morning. Max Verstappen win on paper does not seem interesting, but I'll tell you what, this was the most entertaining um, F1 race I've ever watched, and I've been watching for 3 years now. This is got to be the most interesting and most exciting one I've ever watched. What were your guys' thoughts?
Um,
So
I
I called the beginning and the end of the race. I didn't watch the middle because Max Verstappen took the lead, and I went to sleep. Then I woke back up. Actually, no, I didn't wake up. I was awake the entire time. So once Max Verstappen took the lead, I basically turned off my TV, went upstairs. I don't remember what I did, but I was watching the Twitter, and I see red flag. So I turned the race back on. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun to watch. So I'm watching the race, blah blah blah, and then they were like, all right, we're gonna go green with one lap of racing left. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be green white checkered. And then heading into the first turn, everyone decides to not know how to turn, and everyone dies. And then they had to restart the entire running order, kind of. Nico Hulkenberg got robbed of a podium. End of story.
Now let's go back to a few key points there. Do you think what they did was right to red flag that race with 2 laps to go? Because, uh, what's it called? Kevin Magnussen did scatter debris all over the racetrack, but do you think they could have just safety carded it around for 2 laps and ended the race right there? Because
yes.
that
Yeah.
is what caused the chaos to ensue.
No, no. Do you want to know what this is? Do you want to know what this is a byproduct of? This is all because of Abu Dhabi 21. If people just stopped bitching and complaining about it, we wouldn't have to be put in this predicament. Because now,
Because
guess what?
then the race
F1,
would have finished under
no,
caution.
no, F1 fans can look stupid because they were clowning NASCAR for how many restarts they had, and then they put on that fucking performance. Like, what the hell? Hold on, let me drink some water. Hold on.
No, Corey's right. Corey's absolutely right. The F1
Nah,
fans.
no. I'm not done because it's mainly Mercedes fans because everyone's like it's their 911. They've been emotionally scarred because they have a parasocial relationship with a fucking Formula One team that doesn't give a fuck about them. They're just a corporation that has fast cars. Am I wrong?
No.
This whole let's go team, it's all the we talk. We're a team. You just bought an overpriced hat with a Mercedes logo on it. Shut the fuck up. God,
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
pissed. It's fucking that's why I hate Mercedes fans. I just genuinely do not like them because they're so fucking annoying. Because the second shit gets rough, they want to start crying and complaining like they didn't just have a stretch of like 8 years of almost a decade of dominance. I don't know how I got to shitting on Mercedes fans, but we're here now.
yeah. I mean, the call was definitely interesting because me and James watched it, and then Chase joined at the red flag, and we were like, okay, are they gonna restart with 2 to go? Or are they gonna bring it to safety car and just finish under safety car? Because the reason why they were bringing a bunch of red flags was because of the debris on the racetrack. If the car just pulls over, they're not gonna red flag it. They're not gonna do anything like that. I think all the red flags they brought out were justified before that, like the Albon crash where he did get in the gravel. Gravel was everywhere. That was justified. And, those were justified red flags. But this one was a little sketchy because you know what? It was just a tire carcass. You could have just sent somebody out there to go get it. Um, you know, and then continued racing, or just finish under safety car. I really felt like they really milked this one to get that NASCAR-esque finish, and it just didn't work out because the next thing you know, Carlos Sainz running P4 on the restart accidentally taps into Fernando Alonso, spins, causing a chain reaction. In the back, a completely separate incident with Logan Sargent, just forgets that, he's in Australia and just plows into the back of Nick DeVries. Completely separate incident, but they look at Sainz and they say it was avoidable contact, which I don't know. He got a little bit loose because the tires were cold. Ended up causing a massive spin crash, and then they gave him a 5-second penalty. Now, if they just finished in their safety car, he would have finished fourth. Alonso third. What did they gain out of this besides Sainz getting absolutely screwed over and being moved out of the points? He was literally crying and begging them under this third red flag, and that's not right. But
because again, Abu Dhabi 21 and everyone that's Formula One's 911. That's their 911. That's their Pearl Harbor.
I just don't understand that. I can't believe that Formula One got so pressured in by that one race, Cory, that they have now tried to finish every race under green. They've manufactured these races to finish under green. Like, why? And then the stupidity out of all of this, Lando Norris gets sixth. Nico Hulkenberg got seventh, but was running supposedly into fourth if they were to have kept that lineup before they ended up going back to restart. Oscar
And
Piastri, first points in the home Grand Prix, keeps the streak alive of Australians scoring points at home in eighth. Guan Yu Zhou, P9. Great drive from him. He was really solid, but just was outside the points. And then Yuki Tsunoda finally scores that elusive point for AlphaTauri after finishing 11th two
You
times
mean
before
10th?
that.
Oh, never mind. I didn't let you finish. My bad, Kyle. I was about to spaz on you.
But can we talk about the kerfuffleage that is happening at Alpine? Because I know the tempers are high over there, especially when they had a double points finish locked up, and then Ocon crashes into Pierre Gasly out of nowhere. They both had it made.
I forget that team existed. Also, that spooky, dooky, creepy ass door making appearance. We got specters in the house. We got ghouls in the house.
But can't complain. Fernando Alonso still on the podium. We can continue that streak. Glad the race was decided, and if we do not make it through the first sector, it is like Silverstone, right? It is like Silverstone. Fernando Alonso is one of the smartest, if not the smartest driver on the F1 grid.
He
Anyway,
is
I digress.
obliterating the washed allegations. I mean, there were no washed allegations, but if there were,
There was no wash.
there was
There
not a single allegation against him.
I know. I said if there was, you fucking hate. Jesus Christ. Open your fucking ears, Chase. Jesus Christ.
All right, let's shift over to the next race that day. Was Texas for
Yeehaw.
IndyCar.
Oh, ye.
Yeehaw ha yee. Guess what? The American boy Joseph Newgarden claims another win, and I am still depressed.
My pick. I had a mega point today. I got the F1. Tell them about the picks today. Tell them about the pick results shit before we continue.
Oh yes, Cory. So I claim the two closest finishers for the trucks and Xfinity races. You get 1 point for just getting the closest to the highest finisher. Cory had a mega points day. He got 2 correct on the weekend. He got the F1 10th position pick, and then he got the IndyCar pick. Both were extremely crazy because both were not seen as the favorites throughout the entire race until the very, very end.
That's all that matters.
But that's all that matters for Cory. Can we talk about how Pato Award got robbed again? Can we talk about how Pato Award got robbed again? because he was clearly the fastest car all day.
Didn't he lap up at the second at one point?
Yep, I think on the first or second round, before this first or second round of pit stops, he lapped everybody except for Joseph Newgarden. But you know what? 2 back-to-back second place finishes puts you first in the points, so at least he's got that. But he could have possibly been walking away with back-to-back wins starting out the IndyCar season. So, well, Joseph Newgarden won back-to-back at Texas, both in the PPG schemes. Pato O'Ward finishes second. Alex Palou third. Great run for him, in that Chip Ganassi racing team. Good to see that they actually have some speed compared to last year. David Malukas in the 18 Dale Coyne racing team. They struggled really a lot last year, but their oval packages have actually been pretty good. So that was good for them. Scott McLaughlin, Scott Dixon, the two Kiwis, finished 5 and 6. Colton Herta, the only Andretti car, and I believe first car a lap down. I believe only six cars finished on the lead lap today. Callum Ilott, top 10. Great run for him. Back-to-back top 10s for that Juncos Hollinger team. Very, very strong performance from them. And then the caution that was brought out at the end of the race that ended the race under caution. Romain Grosjean had a little incident with David Malukas with 2 laps to go coming off of turn 2. Smacked the outside wall. I don't know if I can keep going.
Were you in agony or something?
A guaranteed top 5 run was destroyed and relegated to 14th.
How does that make you feel?
He possibly had the car to win too. Late in the stage, he had freshest tires, and he just lost it. He got loose underneath. Hard to run side by side at Texas.
Texas sucks.
Devlin DeFrancesco crashes once again in that Andretti car. Hard contact with Graham Rahal, but good for Joseph Newgarden. We'll be heading over to Long Beach in a few weeks. I will be covering that race. You will get another driving in circles at the track, so keep in touch for that. But let's go on to the Cup race. Cory, take it off. Go ahead. Cory and Chase, go ahead.
All right, I didn't. Did I don't wait? Did I? I didn't get to watch most of it because again I had to work. But I am bitter as hell about it for multiple reasons. You'd think I'd be happy that Kyle Larson got his first win of the season with him being my favorite driver, but no, I'm not that happy because there was a chance that I could have gone to this race and I couldn't. One, because of work. Two, because my dad couldn't take me. And three, I had to do a school project. So, regardless, I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. But the fact that my dad had the intention of taking me to see this race, to where I could have seen my favorite driver win in person, upsets me a lot. And I'm very upset. I couldn't even enjoy the win properly because I was thinking about how much better I'd be if I was at Richmond.
Yeah, that really sucks. We would have really enjoyed Cory being able to cover that race and get an in person vibe of what was going on at the track, and hopefully getting some inside input there on Richmond. But things just happen and things don't fall your way, so we'll be able to get some more coverage of other races this year. Well, as Cory said, Kyle Larson did win. He claims his first win of the season after some questionable shit that went down. Cory, you're the HMS guy kind of here. You and Chase.
No comment.
You damn cheating Chevys.
No comment.
Josh Berry, who fooled the entire NASCAR community by thinking that he would be able to win in just his 4th race in a next gen. Really got us there. He really got us. But anyway, uh, he comes home P2. Great run for him. Ross Chastain third. Christopher Bell fourth. Now you might be noticing that there's another HMS driver that should have finished probably higher than both of them, but ran into some difficulties. That's right. William Byron ended up finishing 24th, the last car on the lead lap, after getting spun late. Uh, he was definitely not happy, and Christopher Bell made an ass out of himself by saying that Ross Chastain actually hit him into uh, William Byron, even though if you look on the replay, he's like 5 cars way to the left. Michael McDowell with a great strategy call finishes 6th.
Boo.
Ty Gibbs in 9th. That is his 3rd top 10 in a row. Maybe we should start considering Ty Gibbs as an actual Cup Series driver now. Martin Truex Jr. Booty Body Boo Martin Truex on probably one of the worst strategy calls I've ever seen. Cory and Chase, this is how bad the 19 team is. They used up every single set of sticker tires that they had. And on that final restart, they had no stickers, and they decided to put Martin on 15 lap old scuffs. That's why he got eaten up and went from 2nd to 11th in just a span of like 3-4 laps.
He was my pick too.
Looked
Right.
great there until that final restart.
They dropped the ball, but who cares? Cause Ty Gillen got another top 15. Ty Gillen 15th this race. He finished.
No one cares.
I am very happy about this. Ty Gillen has an of a third
He's still the
place.
second. He still finished the second out of the 2 FRM cars.
I don't care. Ty Gillen is better than Zane Smith.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
Chase, stop lying out of your ass.
Okay, buddy.
Ty Gillen is better than Zane Smith, and he should have it right next season. But no, FRM has to be like this. Todd Gillen has an average finish of 13.3. So,
Well, let's look at the breaking news. We are recording this on Thursday night, and guess what, guys? Hendrick Motorsports has another penalty.
It doesn't affect Josh Berry or Larson, so I don't really care.
But it's still HMS nonetheless. And Chase, would you like to explain it? I don't understand what it is.
so, so
Try to break it down.
the penalty is a greenhouse penalty. Yes, I don't know what the greenhouse penalty is. All I know is that they
Green. It's a house of green, babe.
So Hendrick got hit with a level 1 penalty for the cars of the 24 and 48 for modifications to the greenhouse. What the greenhouse is, I don't know. They have lost 60 points for both cars and have lost 5 playoff points.
Okay, Chase,
Bowman
I
was
just looked
dropped
it up.
from
The
4th.
greenhouse is the top portion of the Cup Series car, including the roof plus the front and rear glass. Everything from the top of the doors upward. Modifications. Oh, so they modified like the windshield up is what they're saying. There's something wrong with the roof on the 48 and the 24 cars, but continue.
But so Bowman, he was our points leader. He has now dropped down to 4th in points. Byron, who was, I believe, 4th in points, has now dropped down all the way to 14th.
Do you think, good judging by the way the season's gone, Chase? How do you think? You think Hendrick will get away with another penalty?
Probably not.
Probably not. They're not gonna get away with this one. I still Justin Haley deserves all 75
Justin Haley
points
deserves
back.
justice for
So
that. In other news, Denny Hamlin's appeal was rejected, and his penalty is with upholded. So basically, from what I'm getting, if you're not Hendrick Motorsports, don't appeal because it's not worth it. Anyway, that'll wrap up our recap of this this
Denny
weekend.
Hamlin. If we were talking about Denny Hamlin, well, Denny Hamlin shouldn't have gone on his podcast and flat out admitted that he intent wrecked somebody like a fucking idiot. He snitched on himself.
That's rule number 2 of wrecking somebody. Don't
He
tell them that
snitched
you
on
just
him.
wrecked.
Honestly, I don't care about that because Denny legit snitched on himself. Like an idiot. That's like he's been in the sport far too long for like to know that's like something you do as a rookie. Like I would see Byron doing something like that, or like Ty Gibbs doing something like that. But Denny, no, he should know better. He should know better. So yes, give him the penalty because he's a fucking idiot for that. And I like Denny now. I do. But you just don't. Imagine if like I mean, unless it's like blatantly obvious, like Matt Kenseth or whatever. Like no. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you know what? You're right because
Yeah.
you can't just go out and say, "Oh, I wrecked this guy." You
Yeah,
know.
I was like, oh, if I'm going out, you're coming with me. No, you like that's rule. Was it funny? Absolutely, it was hilarious. But was it stupid? Absolutely, it was absolutely stupid. Because you just snitch. That'd be like you. That'd be like me shooting someone in the face, right? And then the cops are like, who did it? And I have a loaded gun in my hand, and it was like, hey, if I had a gun in my hand, I'd shoot him. Like I'd get arrested. Like, yup, he admitted to it. No.
Yeah, that's not right. So I could see why that one was probably the lowest chance of getting upheld, and nobody really thought Denny had a chance of winning. So anyway, with that recap done, we will move on to our predictions for Bristol Dirt. It is 2 races this weekend, very short weekend. We got Bristol Dirt Trucks, and Bristol Dirt Cup. Chase, who do you got winning the truck race?
So for the truck race, I think the 2021 winner of the Cup race, Joey Logano, will win the Bristol Dirt race for the 2023 season.
Makes sense. You know, he does have the Cup level experience. Cory, who do you got?
I have it's on the Instagram, but if you want me to say it, I picked Ben Rhodes for the Truck Series.
Didn't he win? I think he won last year. No, I think
Yeah,
won.
he did. He did.
So that's actually a pretty good pick. I picked kind of a weird one in terms of the possibility of winning, but I just like to see this guy do good. So I picked him. Truck rookie, dirt uh dirt veteran, Jonathan Davenport in the 7 Spire truck. Last time I picked the 7 Spire truck, they didn't even make the fucking race. So hopefully, if he can even make the race, it'll be a W.
Funny if this one doesn't make the race.
Oh man, oh jeez, that would be very bad. But let's hope for no rain so we can actually try to qualify. Let's move
It's
on
gonna
to
be
Cup.
rain, and just so you know.
Move on to Cup. Chase, go ahead.
All right, so I have Kyle Larson winning this race.
I mean, we've been saying he's the best guy on dirt, but he hasn't even gotten the top 10 in the 2
This
Cup
year,
Series races.
this is his year. This is his year.
He's always getting caught in something stupid. Cory, who'd you get?
I picked Ryan Blaney.
Why did you pick Ryan Blaney?
I mean, he's good at dirt. If you look at him, he's good at dirt. Matter of fact, you know what? No, Chase. No, let me pull it up for you. Let me pull it up for you. Hold on. Because Ryan Blaney actually ran really well last year. I think he led laps. So hold on, let me see.
Yeah,
'Cause
that would probably be like someone picking
he finished fifth.
because he led laps. That's
He finished
gonna be
fifth.
good. That's like picking Daniel Suarez to win this race.
I mean, he led laps one year and he finished 12th last year. So I mean, he runs well. And also, Blaney got a top 5 here. And then he got like 8th in the one in. He got like what, 13th or something? No. He got 8th. Yeah, he got 8th. So he had 8th and 21, and then like 4th or 5th. in last year.
Okay, well, I picked Chase Briscoe. He nearly
You know,
won this race 1 year ago.
but he threw it away because Chase Briscoe had a habit of doing that last year.
Yeah, because Chase Briscoe just had to do Chase Briscoe things.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna win this year.
No, he's not.
I kind of doubt it either. All right, well, that'll wrap up this episode of the podcast. Any final words? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Check out the TikTok, check out the Instagram, follow all of those. Make sure to subscribe. Please subscribe.
Don't just.
That'll be it. We'll see you in the next one. James in post editing. Hit that outro music.
I don't. I hope he doesn't.
ATF
I
were
hope he does.
wrong, and the Rubio